So guys, what should you expect from anti-radiation missiles if they are ever added to War Thunder? I have a feeling that they will. According to the leaks, according to even Zmin and the devs and stuff, they are probably at least, on the very least, testing how would those missiles work. Those are basically the missiles that are made to destroy anti-aircraft systems, okay? So SPAAs and stuff. So how and what should you expect them from when they are added to the game? Well, guys, not every single system like that is the same, okay? But in a general sense, they work in a very similar way, with more and more modern stuff being added, during the lifetime of these missiles, when they are added and stuff. So the first thing that you need to know is that these missiles, they all work in a very similar way to the semi-active radar homing missiles that we already have in the game. They basically go to a radiation source, or basically a radiation or a radio wave source, right? In the case of the semi-active radar homing, it is basically the echo from the mothership aircraft, okay? So basically the mothership emits the radiation, the radio waves, it bounces back from the enemy's aircraft, and that bouncing back radiation is what the missile uses to actually track where the target is and give the autopilot whatever correction and flight, control inputs that the missile needs to intercept that target, calculating where it needs to go, right? For an interception. And in the case of the SEAD missile, the suppression of enemy air defenses, or the anti-radiation missiles, he works in the same way, but instead of using the echo from the mothership radar radiation, he actually uses just the radiation coming directly from an enemy's AA system. So all the modern AA systems obviously use radar and other systems, but mainly radar, right? And these missiles will basically go to the source of that radiation. So it will have a more broad kind of seeker there that it can actually identify and go for any type of radio waves that are coming from those radars, and not only like in a specific frequency and everything, like in a semi-active radar homing, and they will go to the radar themselves and explode that radar. They will fly directly to that, and of course they will have an HE explosive, something to destroy that radar, okay? This is how in a very basic manner those missiles work, and that's what at first you should expect from these missiles. A missile that you are going to basically be able to fire onto an enemy's radar, and it will go directly to the radar of the enemy if it's on. So the first missiles that we probably shall see, like for example the Shrike or the KH-25s that are used for this, they are basically going to be a lock-on weapon that basically you will have like an UI thing showing where the radiation is, or something similar to that, or maybe even a lock tone. The first missiles like that, they were using a lock tone like an AIM-9, so they would have basically a tone where whatever the missile would be, able to lock something. So you would need to find where the AA systems are, and try to lock these targets, and basically just fire directly on the radar. Another thing, of course, is that initially, especially the older systems, like I said, the Shrike and some others, they are not that reliable. They're not, in the case of precision, right? They're not really precise. They are going to miss a lot of the targets, and of course, for example, if somebody turns it off the radar that the missile is going for, the missile will go kaput, right? So the main thing here is that, of course, with more modern systems, with more modern missiles, you can have many other types of systems, like for example inertial navigation. You can have a reacquirement of radar on the missile after a launch. You can have maybe, I don't know, very precise INS that it can even destroy a target even if it turns it off the radar, so many types of little systems like that will help the missile be a little bit more precise and a little bit better. And of course, the sensitivity of these missiles along the years passing became better and better. So at first, they tended to actually miss a lot. The strikes and everything, sometimes they missed a lot. The more modern ones, they're very precise. They can hit a target very precisely where the radar is, right? So, of course, that's the thing, right? If you are talking about older aircraft that could use these, F4s, F-105s, stuff like that, even F-100Fs, you know, the Wild Weasels, of course, you would see Vietnam era style stuff that would be in a lower BR, and it would be harder to use. It would be easier to miss, you know, basically the weapon. But remember, these weapons, they are indeed a fire and forget weapon, right? So at the end of the day, it's kind of like, it's a little bit OP, I gotta say, because the AA systems are already having some troubles dealing with with aircraft, right? So imagine an aircraft that can directly hit an AA system without the AA system even knowing there's a missile in the air, because they are fire and forget, and the AA system will not have any idea that that missile is coming. And then that's the main problem, right? How you should expect them, like I was saying, is being able to just go through a battle, if it's a more modern system, and be able to fire these missiles from a very far distance and just forget about them. You just need to find an AA system and fire the missiles, fire a salvo, and forget about them. And that's it. And you probably is going to get 1 or 2 kills, right? With, I don't know, 2 or 4 missiles. But in the AA side of things, you have no idea that the radar is out there, you have no idea that the missile is out there, you have no idea of everything. And if you lose that radar, what is the point? You know, you're gonna be, I mean, we're gonna be back on CAS fast, basically, right? So although it would be cool to see this, Gaijin really needs to think about it if they really want to add this type of weapon, because it can create a big problem in ground battles. Ground battles already have a very big part of the community that doesn't love to have CAS aircraft destroying everything. Now imagine a CAS aircraft that can not only destroy everything, but also can, you know, do other stuff. Like, for example, destroy specific AA systems when they are flying, you know, from a very far distance, right? So it's really complicated, and it will probably create some balancing problems. Maybe if everybody had a Panzer and it's only added for top tier, maybe. But to be honest, in all the other ranks and stuff, maybe the only thing that will balance this type of missile is the lack of precision that these missiles have up to like the more modern ones, because everything else tends to look that these missiles will completely break CAS, or basically the AA systems in ground battles. Okay, guys, so let me know in the comments what you think about it, what you should expect from it, what you think they are going to do with this type of weapon, if they are ever going to be adding them, and I see you guys on the next one. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and bye guys, see you.